I usually avoid talking about the lyrics of Link Click opening and ending themes because the band which performed those songs, which is BaishaJAWS, doesn't really know about the show's exact future plot points when they wrote the lyrics. But it's going to be different, starting with the opening theme of Link Click Season 3 Part 1. I know it's hard to believe that the opening and ending themes before Season 3 don't have direct hints of the main story, especially given how aligned the lyrics had been to the crazy things that's been happening in the show so far. But BaishaJAWS persistently claims that Lee Haolin did not really tell them about the fate of the characters. I assume the Link Click production team had to do that in order to prevent spoilers from being leaked. So I think BaishaJAWS didn't lie about not knowing about the plot. The only time they lie is when they say that their song isn't sad. Although Lee Haolin didn't tell them the plot points, he did share to them the show's main themes. So the songs don't exactly deviate from the original narrative since they are aligned to the show's moods and character perspectives. So in other words, even if the songs don't really reveal anything about what happened or may happen to the characters, they still accurately represent the characters' emotions. Well, that's how I see it. But it will no longer be this vague or subtle in the opening theme of Link Click Season 3 Part 1. This time around, Yu Michael, or Michael Yu, who was the lead singer of BaishaJAWS, had hinted about things becoming crazy later, then jokes about the Link Click production team abducting him before he reveals more. So I think this strongly implies that he finally knows about the story's future this time and he was tempted to share spoilers. However, unlike in the previous seasons, the opening theme of Link Click Season 3 Part 1 is no longer performed by BaishaJAWS. If you haven't heard about it yet, they actually disbanded. It's very sad, but oh well, there's nothing we can do. The performer this time is Magic Sir Yangrunze, but the composer and lyricist is still Michael Yu. Since Season 3 appears to be the conclusion of Link Click's story, I think Michael used that opportunity to recall some lines from the songs of the previous seasons, and they include Overthink, The Eye, Lull, and The Tides. The title of the new song is Sure, which means time. It's the first Link Click opening theme that is not in pure English, but that's not the only thing that makes this song very different from the previous ones. You see, in a live concert in mainland China around July 2026, Tung Xiaoshi's voice actor actually sang the song, and he sang it as Tung Xiaoshi himself. So this means that the song is officially from Tung Xiaoshi's perspective. And that's not all. During the concert, Tung Xiaoshi even told Lu Guang to listen to him carefully before he sang it. Of course, this means that it's Tung Xiaoshi's song that is dedicated to Lu Guang. Or rather, it's directed at Lu Guang, as if Tung Xiaoshi is talking with Lu Guang through that song. Oh my god! So, without further ado, let's now dive into the lyrics. There are various translations of the song. There's one in Wiki, and there are several in different social media platforms. Most of the translations are the same, but if ever there are differences, I'll use the more painful one. Oh, although I'm not fluent in Chinese, I still know a bit, so I had rephrased some lines which I think sounds closer to the original, or sounds more dramatic in English. So, the song starts with Tung Xiaoshi asking the following question. How am I supposed to answer? I couldn't use the actual song because I would like to avoid issues. But I also shouldn't make your ears bleed with my unremarkable singing. Fine, I'll just do it this way. How am I supposed to answer? I think this implies that Tung Xiaoshi has found out about what Lu Guang did and he doesn't know what to say. But the arrows had given him an answer, so he follows that direction. How can I stop this world that's fallen out of control? But the world has become a mess, as portrayed by this labyrinth of time and space. He doesn't know how to fix this, but he moves forward anyway. The second hand chases the next blink of an eye, taking away the moments you were by my side. Time was running so fast, it was like, in just a blink of an eye, his memories of Lukwang had disappeared, and it felt that there was something missing or taken away from him as he takes a peek of his empty house and as he walks up all alone. I think this reflects how Tseng Xiaoshi had grown up and continued his life, even without Lukwang by his side. Recreating scenes from memory, it never feels quite right. He knows about Lukwang reliving the past, but Tseng Xiaoshi thinks that there's something wrong about it. But I don't want the past to fade away. Yet, he can't let the past be forgotten either. It's not just with Lukwang, but the same applies to the past of the people he had possessed. We still have endless words to say. There's still so many things left to say between him and Lukwang and with the others. Even a camera flash can't capture this moment. Even a photo which takes snapshots of a moment in time is not enough to capture the important moments of his past. Or perhaps he was specific about Lukwang here. Now it's time for the chorus. Tell me not to worry. Tseng Xiaoshi wants Lukwang to tell him that there's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to be afraid of. The shining light might be representing Lukwang. Lukwang is the light in this darkness. Wait a little longer. He tells Lukwang to wait for him just a bit longer. Maybe he meant that he will find a way to make this happy moment of the main trio running as kids a reality. Shimmering fragments drifted to the shore. Tseng Xiaoshi is literally by the shore, with photographs being drifted towards him by the waves on this scene. Maybe the sea represents time, and the photographs are fragments of time. These shining, happy moments from the past are being drifted towards him like it represents him going back to the past. That's why he has his powers activated here. Piercing through yesterday, it reappears again. So as Tseng Xiaoshi travels into the past happens again. And we are shown of the pasts of some of the people he has possessed from previous seasons. And this scene hints that he's going to possess Xiafei and or Vane in Season 3. Yet the words have vanished from my mind. The words he truly wanted to tell Lukwang had left his mind. It might be why, instead of saying it, he tried to express it by holding Lukwang's hand and by hugging him. Tseng Xiaoshi might appear to be hugging nothing here, but the light here may be symbolizing Lukwang. Lukwang's name literally means light after all. We never thought we'd say goodbye. Becoming separated from each other never crossed their minds, but Lukwang left him anyway, as presented by this white butterfly. Oh, my poor baby is crying. This scene doesn't look like Tseng Xiaoshi is saying goodbye though. It's more like, even if you're leaving me, I'm still reaching out to you. Oh my god! All we can do is smile and apologize. So when they're left with no choice, the most that they could do is to smile and say sorry to each other. This is most likely what Tseng Xiaoshi thinks what Lukwang is doing. After all, Lukwang said the same thing in Season 2. But that's only the opening team's version. There's more to the full song. So he continues, "The me with you by my side have always reflected your unwavering resolve." All this time, Tseng Xiaoshi is just imitating Lukwang's unwavering resolve or devotion. In other words, the reason why Tseng Xiaoshi has unwavering resolve himself is all because of Lukwang doing the same by his side. It wasn't until I picked up that fallen leaf that I realized I was never able to change anything. Maybe it meant that it was only when things have fallen apart, when everything's over, that's the only time when Song Xiaoshi realizes that he hadn't really changed anything from the past. It feels like only loss can make one understand. It feels like only by moving on can one miss someone. So Song Xiaoshi had only understood loss when he lost Lu Guang. Aww. And as he moves on in his life, it's when he realizes how much he misses his best friend. Oh my god. In that moment, when there's no hesitation, I've already made my choice. Then, as soon as Song Xiaoshi realized his pain and longing, he didn't think twice about making a particular decision. Maybe that's the decision of getting Lu Guang back no matter what. Stop thinking about it. Close your eyes. Defying gravity, floating back to the past, submerged in the deep sea of time. Song Xiaoshi sets aside his fears and goes back to the past, defying the laws of nature. He doesn't care if he gets overwhelmed in that deep sea of time. Even if I could start over, I still couldn't let go. Song Xiaoshi doesn't care if he could start a new life where he could be safe and live happily. He still won't let Lu Guang go. Even if the past cannot be rewritten until we cross through this long night once more. So, even if Song Xiaoshi cannot rewind time and change the past, they'll once again be in a long journey of fighting against fate. Please, don't let me forget again. Well, this is pretty straightforward. This is a reference to Song Xiaoshi forgetting about Lu Guang in the trailer, and he's telling Lu Guang here, or rather, begging to Lu Guang, that Lu Guang shouldn't let him forget again. Oh my god! You know, the show's title in its original language is Shiguang Dailiren. The shirt here is the same shirt, which is actually the title of the new opening theme. Both Shi and Shiguang mean time, but Shiguang is actually a combination of Song Xiaoshi's and Lu Guang's names. So, if Season 3's opening theme is supposed to be in two parts like the season itself, then it might mean Part 1 is intended to be just Shi, then Part 2 will be Guang. Season 3 Parts 1 and 2 will form Shiguang, just like the show's title. So if Season 3 Part 1 is Song Xiaoshi's, then this implies that Part 2 is going to be Lu Guang's. Of course, the other part may not necessarily mean Season 3 Part 2. After all, it could also refer to the ending theme instead, which is not yet revealed at the time this video was released. But who knows, maybe Season 3 Part 1 might have two opening themes instead. But regardless what the next part is, that missing part explains why the Season 3 music album's cover looks incomplete. It's showing adult Song Xiaoshi with the young Lu Guang at the back. So Part 2 should be the other way around, as it should show the left side with adult Lu Guang, then young Song Xiaoshi tending to the young Lu Guang's wounds at the back. They are two parts that complete each other! Ah! But be warned, Michael had also posted this comment about the song. He is saying, I hope you enjoyed this song, Time. Maybe everything seems mysterious right now and all you can see are knives. Don't worry. When everything comes together, there will be even bigger knives. What? So if this song is already tormenting us, then the next part will be destroying us? Ah! By the way, about the visuals of this new opening theme, I will be looking into those in more detail in another video. It also includes lots of theories and potential spoilers. I just focused on the song's lyrics for this video. Of course, there might be other interpretations of the song. So, how about you? Do you have other ideas? Do you agree or disagree about my interpretations and analysis? Do you love it as much as I do? Let us know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again. Take care!